Buddy, how are y'all? You're all here. Here I am. Here you are. My nose is still itchy. Yeah, I've been posting it. I really hope you see it. I've been posting. I'm curious. Wait, there's been posting a lot of stuff. Okay, on aliens, I think you asked. I have no opinion on aliens. I used to see them as a kid, and they were dimensional beings, and they could have even been demonic. I don't know. But there's definitely, excuse me, there's definitely, oh my God, now I got an eye twitch. There's definitely other beings other than human beings. I mean, that's obvious. You can look at people. So technically, yes, they'd be aliens, right? Yeah, I absolutely believe in everybody's experience. I just got sniffly. I just sneezed right when it opened. I'm like, achoo. Gotta worry. Yeah, the government. Well, the government does a lot of things. I listened to the hilarious thing. You guys go over to Anomalies channel, okay? Oh, good, it was right. Good. Go over to Anomalies channel, look up. See, Tallulah's right behind me, snorkeling me up. You want to come here? You want to say hi to the people? Come here. She's snorkeling me. There, say hi to your people. Look, Lou, look, look. Lou, what you doing? Hi. You making me sneeze. Snorkel, snorkel. She's not amused. There she is. There she is. Okay, bye-bye. She's gone. She's pretty funny. Yeah, the government. I watched the Anomaly show on, what the heck am I saying? The Anomaly show where the guy from NASA says, well, we lost the technology. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not lose the technology. You never went to the moon. Yeah, I just said it. Now I'm that person. I don't know who DB Cooper was, honestly. They said they lost the technology to go to the moon. So all that bullshit about the moon, Ottawa in the house, boop, boop. So all that technology to go to the moon, and they lost it. Does that seem logical to you? Like, you're NASA. So like radiation technology, you lost that too? Did you, like, you're literally NASA, right? So it's so weird. It's so weird. They're so full of shit. They made that up. My father-in-law used to say they did it in the desert outside of Nevada. I think he was way ahead of his time because I know. Do you see that video? Who says that? As I'm retainer. Anyway, who says that? Like, we lost it. Okay, wait a second. You're NASA. Like, yeah, money laundering. There you go. You're NASA. We lost the technology. Did you? Would you write it on a napkin at a bar while you were sucking on formaldehyde cherries in the 80s or 60s or 50s? Not even the 80s. Remember the Challenger blew up? Those people are still walking around out here somewhere. Like, maybe they tried to send them somewhere and blew it up. And then I can't help myself. We got to bring up, of course, was it, Clovis Fresno. Okay, there. I believe you. So I have heard about Max Spears. I don't know much about him. They said they saw a UFO on the moon. Well, they saw a UFO out in Area 51. Isn't that in New Mexico? That's where they saw the UFO, because what they've done is they've gridded the whole area so you can't get in. The government knows what is the truth. Why would NASA okay, I've got to do this. I'm sorry. Why would NASA lose the technology for the spaceship going to the moon? Why? They're NASA. They supposedly sent men to the moon. So they sent men to the moon, and these idiots, these morons, these stupid first graders decided, oh, we lost the technology. Now we can't think of it again. We lost it. No, come on now. Yeah, the captain ate it. Exactly. Yeah, right? They're sitting there. Remember the Challenger? I remember that. I want to say, oh, when was that? Was that January of 86? I moved here in September of 86. So I think they used cement particles to look like the moon. Yeah, they're so full of shit. We've been lied to by psychopaths for years. Psychopaths. I know, they get $64 million a day, and they're living high on the hog while people are starving in America. Yeah, COS, they never went. Yeah, I don't think they went. They did not lose the technology. Nobody loses the technology. As for Tesla, bullshit. As for Bug-Eyed Bezos, bullshit. As for Captain Kirk going into space, the moon landing looks kind of like the early Star Trek shows, like with all the, rocks and everything, kind of looks like that, right? Oh, hi, Matthew. How are you? Yeah, Area 51. Oh, Nevada. Thank you. I thought New Mexico. Well, New Mexico's where the aliens go. But anyway, they've gridded aliens are dimension. Sasquatch is dimension. Yes. Bigfoot is real. And now I'm that person. So go ahead and oh, poor Jason. Bigfoot is real. It's a dimensional creature. So it comes through a dimension, a doorway between worlds. So on the astral level, they literally, yes, there will be a recession. It's coming. I've been saying this. I know, so fake looking. It's like Captain Kirk. And then he comes off that spaceship and is like, it was a miracle. He's such a liar. It's like, hey, William Shatner, my friend, shut the fuck up. Shut up. No, I know the dog ate my homework. Yeah, I have a stomach ache. It goes all along that. It did look like Star Trek, and they made Star Trek look like Star Trek. I like the show Star Trek because everything they're talking about, they actually kind of do, except send people to the moon. Yeah, I said that. Now I'm going to get shut down on here. You know what the biggest problem is? The biggest problem I'm having is that, see, the chat's going all weird. I can't. But the biggest problem I'm having is they're all day long. I get like 200 people requesting on my Instagram, and it goes up to 333, and they knock it back down to 332. On this channel, it goes up and they take it away again. So I can't grow on any of my platforms. It's really annoying. I should be up higher on this platform. I should be up on TikTok. They've taken away 2,200 people on TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, I did climb today. I did. Bigfoot, I believe. I think it's a dimensional creature. I don't think it's a human. I think it's coming through a side dimension. But see, the government is on the astral level. So the government is fully aware of what goes on, and they grid it so we can't do anything. Who are these people? They've got people underground. They've got all kinds. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah. Oh, I saw them when I was little. That's my dad's biggest pet peeve with me. I saw them. I mean, every night I woke him up. The men that looked like earwig bugs, I was 4, and they stood around my bed every night. So I used to run from my bathroom to my bed and leap onto the bed because I thought they lived under my bed because I was 4. And so I thought they lived under my bed. My headboard would hit the wall. My dad would start screaming at me, come in my room. I'd be like, the earwig men are here. He thought I meant earwig bugs, right? So anyway, they were big, tall. They dressed like nomadic Bedouins. So they were all, covered, cloaked. And their faces looked like bug faces, like earwig bugs, but standing up. And they were like 6 feet tall or bigger. And there were like 10 of them, 12 of them around my bed every single night from 4 to 10 for 6 years. This, of course, got me many visits to the psychiatrist as a child. Bigfoot is really Hillary Clinton. Exactly, in her pantsuit. She's wearing a great, you saw them too. Yeah, I saw them. I saw them. My dad, yes, every night for 6 years, pretty much every night. Like I seriously would run from my bathroom, run and like leap in my little pajamas, and that's where I started wearing pant pajamas. It's like, because I didn't want my feet near the bed because I was sure they came out from under my bed. So my dad would look under the bed. He would pull the bed out. He would look in the closet. I wasn't worried about them in the closet. I thought they came from under the bed. So they did. And then I would close my eyes. I'd be exhausted. I'd wake up and there they were. So yeah, Mothman is probably real. Yeah, probably real. So it was like just strange. So there was a lot, a lot of, I don't know. I feel like they were aligning me. I mean, they could have been experimenting. I don't remember being probed, not to make fun of people, because I actually know people. There might have been a portal under the bed. It could have been, Do you think you were abducted and wiped your memory? Yeah, you know what? Thank you for the super chat. I don't know. My other psychic friends saw aliens and described painful events. I just saw them every night and I was sure they were doing something through my back. So I was sure of that. I don't remember being hurt. I don't remember being hurt, but I knew they wanted to get in my back for some reason. So I figured they were aligning my energy somehow, maybe helping me energetically so I could be psychic or whatever. Yeah, UFO. I've seen a UFO too. I've seen that. My dad had little aliens at the foot of his bed. See, they came around my bed as a kid. They know who, see, this planet. I listened to some girl on TikTok and she's talking like Dolores Cannon, which I love Dolores Cannon. I mean, I don't know much about her, but I don't mind what she says. And she was in Aries, so, you know. However, the problem is they say that we tend to pick our lives and we choose this. I didn't choose this. I'm straight up telling you. And don't write me emails saying I did, because I disagree immensely. That's a bunch of new age bullshit. Not everybody chooses here. I actually think I was kidnapped here. There is a milk carton on another planet with my little baby face, and they've kidnapped me from there, and now I'm here. So I think this is my home, but it's not my home. So I'm like a kid that's been kidnapped, and he grows up as an adopted kid. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for that. And he grows up as an adopted kid, but really he's a snatched baby. I was snatched off a different planet. I do not believe we pick our lives exactly. Hi, Bobby. How are you? I just don't. Hi from a double Aries. I just don't. I just do not agree that I chose this. I hear people all the time saying we picked our family, we picked this. We may have picked our family from a pool of people that have been held down energetically and can't fully karmically recycle. We are recycled only so far. So we can only go to like ninth grade. We can't get up. Oh, thank you, Bobby, Cato, Bobby, Lucas, Cato. Thank you. So it's kind of interesting because when they say we pick, I believe we do pick from a scope. But I did not pick this life. I did not agree to learn. I'm just going to say this again. Just think about this intellectually. If your child dies from, let's say those people you read about in the paper, like the moms, they kill all the babies. So you're telling me the father picked that crazy bitch to do that to his kids so he could learn a lesson? I don't think so. No. And I get people go, they're so arrogant. They're like, you did pick it. You did. You did pick it, Sloan. You picked it. No, I didn't pick it. Something went awry. Yeah, they rigged something. Yes, exactly. Something is rigged. Oh, you said your ears are ringing. But I do think something is rigged on this planet because people do not pick to come here and inject bleach in their heads to be meth addicts. That's not a fucking choice. There's something else is going on here. And I feel they try to capture us. So the recycling, the karmic recycling, the reincarnation, we only get it. Yeah, karma and not learning lessons brings you. Yeah, karma. Yeah, no, there's no lessons here. There's no lessons on a raped baby, unless you're going to tell me that. Like when a baby is murdered at age 2, 3, newborn. Yeah, there's a lesson, all right. No, there's no lesson. What lesson is that? No. People are targeted at birth. They know who we are. We have no memory. And on top of it, I'm supposed to have made these choices with no memory of the choices that I made. None whatsoever. Like I'm blind here. So I'm supposed to have done that, right? That's what I'm supposed to have done. No. And y'all are supposed to have done that too. No. Trickery. Yeah, we are tricked. It's very clear to me. Hello, moon landing. Trickery. Trickery. Yeah, just this to NASA, okay? And I love NASA. I took the kids there. But I did notice while we were at NASA what they do. This was in Florida, of course. I did notice that we go into Nassau, I mean, it's kind of fun to look at in theory, right? You go in and then you go on these metal like walkways and you watch all the movies of propaganda while you're standing there and you're watching them go to the moon like a good little minion. Like, oh my God, that's fantastic. You're watching that, but they lost the technology. So when you hear that guy at NASA say they lost the technology, Huh, really, NASA? You lost the technology. Wow, who was in charge of it? The bartender? Like, who? Um, who was in charge of it? Yeah, no, I loved it. Think if I Dream a Genie. Such propaganda. And there was a very cold feeling in the building. I do remember that. Uh, think if I Dream a Genie, right? Major Nelson, he goes down to the beach. He works at NASA, hidden in plain sight, and there's a genie bottle. They conjured up entities, i.e. genies and gens, but it's Barbara Eden, so she's cute. But, Houston, we have a problem. We have some mental people that lost the technology. Houston, hello. It's time to get the microphone out. Houston, we have a problem. We lost the technology. Nobody else can go back to the moon ever because we were all drunk at the bar when we wrote all the coordinates down to the moon. So, like, we lost the technology. Coordinates missing. They think we're so stupid. You know what though? My father-in-law never believed it, and he was born in 1912, I think. So he'd be, like over 100 years old now, and he never believed it. Like he literally. So he was pretty smart. He was like, "Don't fuck with me with this." Oh, I'm sure he was murdered when you're talking about Philip Seymour. Yeah, and I just read a thing on TikTok. No, I'm serious. Like, we're at the bar, we're drunk, there's a couple of hoes sitting over there. It's awesome. And I'm drinking those formaldehyde cherries that they tried to shove down our throats. Mad Men's going on in the background, the advertising. Let's pull the biggest scam we can pull on the American people and tell them we're going to the moon. And let's keep those astronauts shit-faced drunk for years so they have nervous breakdowns and have to go out there and they keep slipping up because they never went to the moon. And your little grandson, Scotty, he thinks beam me up is a great thing. Never happened, y'all. My father-in-law did say that. He literally was ahead of his time. I got to give him applause because at the time I thought he was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it was probably a hot shot. Margot, you're right about that. My dad believed it and he swore he went, yeah, okay. They didn't go to the moon. They lost the coordinates. If Honda said they lost the technology to build Hondas, do you really think they built Hondas? No, they'd keep that technology. Why? Because they could keep sending everybody to the moon. But the moon is a dimensional shell through the hologram on the other side, and you can't go there. You have to go through the dimension, not in a spaceship. That's what they don't. Yes, Stanley Kubrick, exactly. But they have to go through the dimension. You can't just take a spaceship up there. We're underneath the veil, and they've got us completely gridded. And they know they do. That from Arkansas. They know they do. They know they do. And we also put a monkey up there first. Of course we did. It's always the monkeys. Stop picking on monkeys. Stop picking on monkeys. No more monkey picking on them. The monkeys are angry. They tell me they're angry. They're smarter than us. And when they take over the sky, it's not a sky. It's not a sky. It's a hologram. They've been seeding, quote, clouds. They're making imagery for us. And it might even be coming out of our own brains. It might even be coming out of our own, I don't know what. Do you remember I told you guys, no monkeying around, no monkeypox, no monkeying around, none of that bullshit. And the beagles, I know. Baby Jack does not like his fellow beagles being hurt by Anthony Fettuccine, that piece of shit. Nobody, yeah. But listen, do you remember I told you the story? Now I just forgot the story I told you. Oh my God. Oh, I just got interrupted in my thought and I forgot it. I was going to tell you. Had something to do with the moon. I can't tell you what it is though. Anyway, the sky. There you go. Yeah, they've been seeding the clouds for years. There is no global, let's see, God has a sarcastic sense of humor is what I'd say. Yeah, this planet is not of God. This planet is not of God. I'm sorry your son passed. Yeah, your son can come back and incarnate. Absolutely. They don't have to, but they definitely can. I don't know why that is. I've seen that part of it. But they have us gridded. It's like a hologram. And, I told you, this is what I was going to tell you. I told you in the early 2020s, when I had a bunch of clients from 2001 to 2004, I had a bunch of clients come to my house, and everyone that sat down literally had tubes coming out and going up into the sky So they were literally being energetically stolen from. These were women, these were men, teenagers, whatever. They were literally being stolen from energetically. I saw the tubes coming out of their face. I noticed this from 2001 to 2004. Pretty much with all my clients that came in my house. It was interesting. So I don't know if I had that or not, but I could see it on them, and I haven't seen it since. But there was piping. Ooh, strawberry ice cream. Salmon with lemon and nuts and asparagus. I'm going to have that after. Flying monkeys. There's a new word. Flying monkeys to the fake moon. Flying monkeys and Bill Shatner to the fake moon. Energy vampires, but I never saw who was harnessing their energy. So for all I know, the aliens could have us here. We could be in a Star Trek episode with broken bodies. I'm running up a hill, but I'm not really running up a hill. I don't even exist, okay? Like, I'm just my memory of some person that they kidnapped and took their brain consciousness. So now this explains Rob Ford. It does, absolutely. So it's kind of, it's interesting when you look at it. It's just, I just discovered figs on my neighbor's tree. So I've been sneaking in to steal figs. That's right. I'm a fig stealer. Delicious. Figs are super yummy. You should get figs. Figs off a tree. I didn't even know that they were there. Marisa came over and she's like, those are figs. And she ran through the gate. And I'm like, did you just run through the gate? I said, give me those figs. I didn't even know. Yeah, no, I'm serious. This is not what it seems. I don't care what they say. And I'll quote a good article that came out of GQ with, what's his name? Siskel and Ebert, the one that had the face mask because he's apparently had jaw cancer. Do you remember? So the chubby one. Anyway, his wife was in the hospital with him. He was dying. And he basically, before he died, told her what kind of a bullshit place this was. Because I don't think we're supposed to be here. I think we're in spirit more. The ships definitely, but they're dimensional. So when you see ships, you're going through a dimension. You're literally going through a dimension. They're opening up. They know how to do it. And by the way, there can be government ships and actual ships. This is Satan's world here. Beast system, Luciferian, Figgy Pop. I stole them off the tree. Now I got to text the neighbor and say, I'm really fucking sorry. I've discovered the figs in your backyard. My friend, she stole first, and now I'm a stealer of figs. Anyway, I don't know why we do this, but this is not what they seem. This literally is not what it seems. I do not believe for 1 second I chose to be here. I don't believe it. I've been repelling back since I was a kid. I put my feet out like this against the wall, and I'm like that kid that won't go to school on the first day. My feet are against the wall. I'm jammed in the door jamb. I'm not doing it. So I knew that. I did not want to do it. Have you seen the pain on this planet? Have you seen the pain? Do you really see what goes on in this planet? It's horrific. It's horrific what goes on here. Very, very false. It's horrific. And they tell you, and they've got demons inside of people doing stuff that it's all the shit we read about in the paper, like Chris Watts and all that crap. People like figs for days. I know I'm going to get arrested on their garden cam. It's me picking pigs. The UFOs, yeah, could be from our future, but why the hell don't they take me up in the ship? Like, they can take William Shatner up in the fake ship. You can come get me. Send me back home. Take me back home. I demand to go back home. Stop it. Send me back home. So there's, again, I'm sorry, we lost the technology. There will be no more people going to the moon because NASA, the government organization that makes billions of dollars, hand over fist, hand over foot, we had a fake room that looked like the newsroom on the Mary Tyler Moore show. I did notice that. Like, it seemed pretty fake to me. Even looking at those pictures, and they're all sitting there and they're smoking and they got their little white starch shirts and they're like, yeah, we went to the moon. But we lost the technology. We did. Yes, we did. Yes, you dumb Americans, we lost the technology. There's no technology. The moon doesn't exist because there's no technology. I'm sorry, that just makes me laugh for days, okay? Yeah, it's such bullshit. I mean, as a kid, What I did notice, if you look at that first moon landing and all of the people at NASA sitting there and the guys smoking like in Mad Men, I love the scene sets. Like, that's a set designer. That's a fucking set designer. They said they lost the technology. I didn't. They literally said, yeah, it's 71 degrees on my microphone on the moon. My microphone goes to the moon. My microphone goes to the moon. I know, on a landline, I know. Nixon's like, and you've reached the moon. I can't get my cell phone. I cannot get my cell phone. I cannot get my cell phone. When I drive down the street to go past, it disconnects on the little hill. Now, I can call Beijing to my friend, and somehow I can get clear across to China, but I cannot go down the street because, you know, we do not have the technology. I don't know. 16, the summer of the moon landing. See? It's just Houston. Houston. Who, Whitney? What are you talking about, Houston? I'm sorry. Astronauts. Exactly. Hilarious. I'm just like, I can't stop. Like, I will get arrested for this, I'm sure. It's so crazy. Yeah, I know I'm not doing this. I know you've got Elon Musk. I mean, I can you say clone? Hello, clone. Hello. Okay, back to the newsroom in Nassau. Did it not look like the newsroom in the Mary Tyler Moore show, just with bigger square boxes? Houston, we don't have the power because it's make-believe. We're all crazy. These people ought to be ashamed of themselves, okay? I think Elon's a clone. I really do. I really do. I really, really do. He looks like kind of awkward and odd, like an oaf. He looks like an oaf. Like, I saw that picture of his pasty body and I'm like, you need to put a shirt on. Not because I care, but it just, there's something that doesn't look right. I was 8 when they landed on the moon. Yeah, the black and white TV. Well, do you remember? Of course, I got in this argument with John, but do you remember the War of the Worlds, okay, and how they tricked everybody on the radio into thinking we were being invaded by aliens? Well, I mean, they tricked everybody into thinking we went to the moon. If NASA says they lost the technology, then you fuckers out there that think we landed on the moon cannot be seriously thinking you have an intellect. His chest is weird, right? It's so weird. That picture with his chest, I'm like, what is that? Yeah, an android, exactly. I mean, they've been doing it for years. Bobby will remember this. Bobby, yes, Bobby, you remember this. Bobby sent me a picture out of a magazine, and it was modeling like girls' bathing suits, and it was a chick with a dick. Bobby's circling it, and she's like, why is this girl man here with her penis? And I was like, that's crazy, because they're trying to make it like these are women modeling, but you could clearly see the penis in the bathing suit. And yeah, Orson Welles' radio show. You could clearly see the penis in the bathing suit. So War of the Worlds, yeah, totally great. But you could see that. So if you're like putting ads out there for child's bathing suits and teens' bathing suits, yeah, remember that, Bobby? Do you remember that? Yeah, Elon Musk looks translucent. He could be a hologram, just like Star Trek, just like old Bill Shatner was pretending back in the day. Yeah, exactly. Projection. When they talk about projection, yeah, Orson Welles caused hysteria. And John's like, well, that was on the radio. We didn't have TV. I'm like, even your fucking father didn't think it was real. Zuckerberg is like this. Yeah, they're all weird. They probably just snipe them right out because we're all finding out, but it's so disturbing. I can't take anything seriously, but the good thing, Bobby, you remember that bathing suit girl that had a penis, right? You remember that. So I saw the very oddest thing hiking today. The very oddest thing. I saw this girl coming up the hill when I was going down. She was, yeah, this is Satan's planet. I saw this girl going up the hill and she was petite, had a girl voice, full beard and a mustache. You look stupid. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm going to get yelled at. I was like, what? I tried not to look, but I was like, I gotta look. The voice was different. The hormones were different. It's very strange, but no, she was a girl. Trust me. She was no man. She was a girl. And yeah, it's just like, no. And speaking of the movie Stranger Things, okay, Stranger Things, thank you, Kathy. Thank you for that. Stranger Things, where they take the psychic and the mom and they lock them up and then they give them memories and they block their minds and they do all kinds of things like that. That's what we're doing. Victoria's Secretary's Secret. Yeah, Victoria's Secret's Giselle. I'm Giselle. Like, men have been getting off on men for years. Like, y'all are gay. You know that, right? But anyway. How could you? I had to look, but I was trying not to be rude because this person obviously it was a they, them. But this person, but first of all, don't get me started. Oh God, I'm going to get the hate mail again. First of all, respectfully, if you're a they, them, why am I expected to call you a they, them? You're not expected to call me a fucking llama just because my pronoun is llama. Fuzzy, peachy llama. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, okay. So why do I got to call you they, them? Why don't I just call you by your name? Or change your name to they, them. Brooke Shields, I mean, she's 6'1". I've seen women that are tall. Oh my God, here's the other argument with John. Listen to this one. I'm like, that Venus Williams, right? That Venus Williams. I go, that is some man shoulders. And he's like, no, look at those big boobs on her. I said, have you heard of breast implants, Mr. Plastic Surgery commenter? Of course, you know, everybody else in his life has plastic surgery, not Venus Williams though. Those are natural, according to him. Those are natural. No, they're not. Anyway, and then I said, well, look at her sister. He goes, yeah, they're totally different. Because one is a man. Look at the shoulders. That's a man. That's a dude. That's a 250-pound dude with breast implants and hormones. And the sister is a sister. Pat from Saturday Night Live, boy or girl, androgynous, I guess. And look at the picture as kids. Yeah, yeah. Is it Serena or Venus? I don't know which one I mean. The big one. I don't know their name. I don't watch. So, yeah, just like Michael in his Target outfit. Exactly. I literally can't handle people. I'm like, if you think that's a chick, you're married to the wrong chick here when you were married to me because it's stupid, right? So yeah, it's just stupid. I can't read that quick, y'all. Gail King sounds like a criminal sympathizer. Okay, so Gail King. The only reason I'm on camera because I am Gail King is because I'm Oprah's lover, which pretty much we all know, but it's still a secret. Because Stedman is the beard. So Stedman is the beard, the bigger one. I don't know, Serena. Yeah, the one that looks like the man. I'm sorry, I don't actually watch that sport. Yeah, so it's very, very strange. Yeah, I'm always focused. Well, I'm always focused. But yeah, Serena. Magic Johnson's still alive, y'all. Still alive. That guy never dies. He's like a Bobo clown. Push him down, he's back up. So every night he comes on dead, and every night he's alive. That's what it is. The big O. What are we talking about? Oh, Oprah. I'm like, orgasm? What? Huh? Hello? Hello? Orgasm. Is that what we're talking about? That's not really psychic, but it can be. Yeah. Steadman, Oprah's beard. Steady man, Oprah's beard. Yeah. Whatever. Yes, exactly. Okay. Dylan, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but I'm just going to say this. Okay. First of all, women cannot build like that woman without some kind of chemical going into their body. If their legs could build like that, I was running 20 miles a day uphill. My legs would be phenomenally strong and muscular, and they were shapely, but they never built that kind of muscle. Do you know why? Because I wasn't taking roids. Now, if I took some roids, I would build more muscle, right? That girl, that's not natural building. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever his name is, you know, the Terminator, our former governor, there I go, started governor. Our former governor is on a shit ton of steroids to build in pumping iron. That was no way natural. What you were looking at, okay? You are looking at drug addicts who exercise. That's what you're looking at. You're not looking at any kind of, sorry, ugh. You're not looking at any kind of natural build. I know, I run uphill. You will have muscle, but you cannot build like that. I lifted weights for 30 years. I did it properly. I was trained by bodybuilders and fitness. I don't take steroids. I don't take anything. I take coffee, but I don't take anything. So, what does it have to do with psychic stuff? You figure that out, Abigail. You can leave the channel, though. Bye, Abigail. I'm going to talk about what I want. It's all psychic stuff because they're fucking with us. You're believing what they're saying. So that's what this is. This is a metaphysical game of fuck with the human beings because we are procreating in order to be harnessing our energy. That's the psychic element. The other psychic element of it is, bye-bye, Abigail. Yeah, and who filmed the lunar landing? Well, they said it was, oh God, now I just forgot his name. Eyes Wide Shut. And then he was killed right after that. See you, Abby. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, said Queen Lizzie, the lizard. That is also a psychic reference. Anyway, oh, Jesus, when I was a kid. Yeah, well, my friend actually almost got her car hit by Jay-Z and Beyonce when she was working on The House Next Door. Stanley Kubrick, thank you. Stanley Kubrick, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm going to talk about all kinds of things. And so, like, I love when people come on my channel. Go away if you don't like my channel. Go the fuck away. In fact, fuck right off. The fuck right off. Fuck right off and go the other fucking way. Turn around, take your eyes, and focus over there. Queen Lizard, exactly. So, getting back to the conversation, we have lost, I repeat, we have lost the technology to go to the moon. Wow, okay. You want me to buy that? All right, sure. Okay, I don't have any new crystals right now. We've lost the technology. We can't. I don't miss Abigail. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I get on here, I got to put a title. I'm a psychic. So this is psychic stuff from a psychic's mind. That's all I'm saying. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you for that. Is sex a sacred act? Sex is definitely a sacred act. Orgasms are fantastic. And if you've been in an abusive situation for a long time, this is totally just my opinion. You should be figuring out how to make yourself have orgasms all the time so you know what you want, you know what you like, and you don't need to rely on a man because that man, if he's a terrorist in your life, is not going to focus on your orgasm. So you do it for yourself. Love yourself. Okay, just saying. Sorry. I went at it again. There I go. Not a single photo of Earth. Exactly. Sex transfers energy. Absolutely. Sex is used in sex magic. It's used in sex magic. The orgasm is interesting because it shoots you out of your body. So when you have an orgasm, that's what sex addicts do. They take your energy during sex. Even if you're having a good time during sex, they're putting, I don't quite know how it works, but it's kind of like dough making cookies. They mush it all up together like this and they put their shit on you. So when they leave, okay, after they orgasm, I'm talking about these men. We have lost the technology. Sorry, it's going to keep happening. Anyway, it does bind you together astrally, and then they can put spores in you, which will then control you. Sex can bind you to the wrong people. Yes, and the wrong person. Of course, soul transfer, all of their fucked upness. Don't let them up your ass. I've said this repeatedly. We have lost the technology. Why? I'm not saying, hey, if you want to have that kind of sex, do whatever you want. This is not personal. I'm saying as a female, if you do that, what you're doing is you're giving them a straight shoot up your chakra system. Sodomy ritual. I don't know if they know that. I don't know if every guy that does it, because it's been culturally accepted through porn. So I don't know. Or am I supposed to say porn corn? It's been culturized, accepted through, those things, those videos. Anyway, if you let them up the backside, they have access to the entire chakra system, and they can actually pull energy back through your crown chakra all the way down, depleting everything. Don't do that. That's just my opinion. I mean, you can try it once with somebody you love or whatever. I mean, if you love the person, do whatever you want. Just whatever. But don't let these random ass men come into your, yes, I know, right? Don't let these random ass fuckboys come into your life and try to, do that because they think they're funny. They think they can manipulate you. They think they can do all kinds of things. It's like, dude, back up because we have lost the technology and we cannot go there. Houston, we have a problem. I'm sorry, I've lost my mind. Okay, but anyway, that's what you tell them, right? Like, just don't let them do that. I'm not talking like if you're in a long-term relationship with someone who cares about you, do whatever you want then, perfectly fine. But these people, they just start dating you, and like in the first or second month, they're aggressive about it. There's a reason, and they could be demonically charged. Understand. Now, I listened to a woman talk the other day, a young woman, real super pretty woman, like pretty all put together and pretty, probably under 30. And she had a legion of demons taken off her. And she was describing from the Ouija board, from the sex partners. And she was saying when they're attached to you, they get you to do so many different things that you wouldn't do if you were in the Christ consciousness. So kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting listening to her, how she got rid of the demons and where they all came from in her life. So that was very interesting. Her take. She does nothing occult right now. She said, this young woman said, and I can't think of her name, but it was very interesting to listen to. So she even talked about the tarot cards and this and that. I pray to God and do that, but yeah, we've all touched the Ouija board. I remember Jason brought it home and Kenna's dad kicked him out of the house with the Ouija board. Kenna's dad was like, out you go with the Ouija board. Do you know they sold the Ouija board at Toys R Us? Do you know that? Don't you? Yeah, exactly. No, I don't. No one's ever going up my backside. What are you, crazy? First of all, that's exactly how they get possession of you from behind. Number one, okay? Number two, I'm just going to say this. My friend Kathy, who worked in porn as an accountant, Keith's former boss, Kathy, cute Keith, and Kathy, she hired him when he was 21 to work at FX. She does, she does the accounting. She worked with many of the porn girls, and by the time they're like 30-something, after they take it up both sides, they're wearing diapers. Ladies, they're wearing diapers, okay? Houston, we have a problem. They are wearing diapers. So yeah, that's not good. Yeah, they did sell them out of, I don't know about the males. That's up to men. I don't really give a shit about what the men do because men are going to do what they do and they don't care. But when men do that to women like that, the men that I know who've tried that when I was a teenager also slept with men. So, and it could be prison sex too. Keep that in mind. Prison sex is a thing. Societal sex in prison. Somebody's a bitch in prison. So if they want to shove it up your ass, that's what they're going to be doing. They coming out of prison, they're shoving it up your... Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, I call it prison sex. I'm like, are you gay or do you like prison sex? Because if you're gay, go be with a man. Stop trying to do that shit with me. But no, really, I had a boyfriend when I was younger. Societal sex in prison, those men, they make you your bitch. That's what they do. Anybody that goes to prison will tell you. They can all say it doesn't happen, but it does happen. Any long period of time, they're going to have sex. So it's not just all like, hey, jack me off. They're guys. And it's called, they did a whole thing on it. It's societal sex. So if the guy gets out of prison and he's trying to do that, you know it's prison sex, right? Yeah, exactly. And then messes up. It does. And when I was a teenager, the only person who asked me to do that was sleeping with men, okay? So women are dumb. They sleep in with men if they like that. Like, get away from me. I mean, okay, birthday sex or something. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, some people do birthday sex, so that's fine. Do your birthday sex. Yeah, no, it's to dominate you. They want to hurt you. That's what they want. They want to fucking hurt you. And they want to do it from behind because the demon comes out of them and they don't have to look in your eyes and you can't see what's going on. So pay attention to that. Okay. Wait, pictures of his. Uh, wait, might need bail money. Oh, Tracy. No, Tracy, no. Thank you for that. No, you're not going to need bail money. You're going to walk away. Don't forgive that. Walk away. Mm-mm. Walk away. No, it's not good. It's not good from behind because they have complete control over your body and they're doing it to dominate. I'm not saying once in a while in your regular married sex. I'm talking about fuckboys or people you start dating. And then if they want to go in that area, they're controlling your chakra system. So pay attention to that. That's what they talk about with, quote, the elite, which are really the douches in society. So those people like Billy Bitch Gates, Elon, excuse me, Bug-Eyed Basil. So the elite, AKA douche, okay, they're not elite, they're douches. They're douchebags. Those people, okay, those people, this is how they split the mind of children. So when they split the mind of children, it's called a sodomy ritual. That's what they're doing. That's why so many in Hollywood appear to be gay. It's because they're sodomizing for ritualistic purpose. Why do you think that is? What's that about? Well, like, why that and not they probably do the front too, don't get me wrong. But why are they using that area to control the celebrities, the whatever? Sodomy ritual, the kids. Why? Why? I'm giving dollars away for y'all to figure it out. That's right. He sends wait, Tracy make friends with her next time he sends picture. Yeah, make friends with her. Send her a picture of your I'm sorry. See, I even take my pants down and send her a picture of my ass and say this is what he's also doing. So, like, are you good with that? But see, any woman, here's the thing. If you're a chick or a dude, I don't care who you are, and you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a baby mama, daddy, whatever, and you're a fuck boy or girl out there, then you're deceptive to begin with. So we can't really trust you. So you got to go. That's it. You got to go. Bye-bye, said Queen Lizzie. Bye-bye. So anyway, yeah, the energy of children is pure and innocent, and they want to harness it. They also want to break them to enslave them. We are enslaved here. Nobody, and it opens up the pineal gland, exactly. Opens up the pineal gland, which opens up the third eye. Trauma opens it up. When they, okay, how am I going to say this without getting affected again? So take a 5-year-old, take a 3-year-old, because they do it between the age of 3 and 6. Do that to the 3-year-old, okay, the rear end. That child is in pain, right? Obviously. I mean, it's horrific. It's horrific for an adult, okay, if somebody were to just come up and do that. And it literally, as soon as it hurts like that, it opens up the pineal gland. So they figured out through trauma how to do that. So they're really siphoning. Then they send those people out, AKA Britney Spears, who's now a clone. But anyway, Britney Spears before. And they send them out into public. And then they have them do whatever agenda. That's why you hear these nonsense people, these fucking nonsense, right? The nonsense that comes out of their mouth, nonsense and garbage. And it comes out of their mouth and they agree with it. Like, you voted for Joe Biden, did you? Did you? Again, Houston, we have a problem. You cannot have voted for him. Like, I can't hear you. I'm not saying I don't care what side you're on, but they still have, that's part of what the douches or elite, the elite blood cult do. That is what they do. That's truly what they do. This is part of what they do. So that kind of behavior splits the brain, compartmentalizes it, and then they bring in other kinds of things, kind of like they describe a narcissist. Oh, you're so pretty. I love you. You're great. You know, we're going to whatever together, da-da-da-da-da. And then they start critiquing you. You know, you're stupid. You don't do that right. I don't like your dinner. You don't drive right. You don't do this right. It's a breakdown. That's demonic. I never thought I was going to be this person. That is straight up demonic. They do that. There's no critiquing other people. Don't fucking critique other people. People, there is no constructive criticism. Y'all are critiquing. If you're fault finding, That's demonic. Just help the person do what they need to do, teach them in a loving way, and move on. Yeah, they get black eyes. It's panda eyes, exactly. But they split them, and they love this. They fucking love this. That's what these people do. All these people you glorify, including that big woman tennis player who's really a man, that one. Yeah, virile. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. And wait, what? Yeah, I don't know what to say. You can I don't know what you just said. Anyway, when you look at what's going on in the name of Jesus, yes, amen. What do you feel about Max? I don't feel anything. I haven't really thought of it, actually. Panda eyes, yes. Naomi Campbell, exactly. When you APE somebody and it's intense pressure, Wait, I told him we're splitting everything 50 because I've tried to live by the golden rule. Oh, wait, I'm no saint, but I never cheated on him. I'm doing this for me, not him. Yeah, oh, I know, Tracy. You know what? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you cheated. Cheating is not against the law. Like there is, well, I guess it depends what state you're in, but cheating is nothing. Like men cheat. Ladies don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. You know you men do. And here's John's comment. Well, they're not just cheating with themselves. They're cheating with women. Yeah, most of them are cheating with other guys, buddy. Just kidding. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, it's the force. That's right. It's the force of that. It's like being hurt. It's like pressure. Exactly. So, yeah, a lot of men do cheat. I mean, men, they're not really monogamous people. Yeah, they say total tarot. They do say tarot decks are satanic. Yes, and they do say, but they don't in the Bible actually say that. They say, I haven't seen anything about that, but they do say the three wise men followed the North Star. So the three wise men following the North Star are charting the stars. That's a term for an astrologer. Okay, so three astrologers followed the North Star, which is what astrologers do. They follow the movement of the stars or planets, right? And they follow the stars on the advice of what? A prophet. A prophet is a medieval term for psychic. And then they brought that little baby, frankincense and myrrh and crystals. So like, don't get bent out of shape about it completely. And everything we do here can probably bring in demons. Let's see, I never cheated. My ex-wife cheated. Okay, Stephen, you're 1 in a million. Some guys say that, and maybe they do take it seriously. John's answer is, I didn't cheat as much as you did. Really? Yeah, that's his answer. That's his answer. I haven't kissed as many people as you. We talking about babies in the family? Like, who are we talking about? Like, who are we talking about? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't cheat back. Yeah, demons cheat a lot. They were astrologers. Yes, the three wise men followed the North Star on the advice of a prophet. Medieval term for psychic. Three astrologers followed the advice of a psychic and found that little baby Jesus and brought him some frankincense and myrrh, fed the parents, got that little baby into protection. That's what they do. Yes. I don't even know what that word means. Tarot isn't demonic. Yeah, well, probably the owners are, right? I know. I should bring John on the show. Yeah. Brooke, I know. I was reading about that, and that was on a magazine of Hugh Hefner's. Now, Hugh Hefner was notorious for his gayness and his over pronunciation of honeypots. Get the girl out there with their slinky dress, and she comes out, and she's like, "Hi, boys." And then they blackmail these men who are married, but think that they're not. It does say about it in the Bible. Yeah, the mirror. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Michelle, Big Mike. I know. And what about the guy that testified against Obama? Cheating hurts. Absolutely. I'm not cheating. I'm separated. I'm still not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to be a dried up plum in the garden or fig out there. That's what I'm going to be. Yes, exactly. Well, we call Jesus, Jesus. You can do what you want. I know they say that, but I call Jesus, Jesus just from there. That's it. How come psychics don't talk about 9/11? Because they get kicked off of every platform. 9/11 was so obvious. I mean, whatever. Um, and this is my John. Exactly. He comes up with his own nonsense, but it's just, yeah, with the chicken. Exactly, Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner crossed every border, was filthy, boundary, was filthy as a person, but energetically, you kind of have to understand that what they're doing is they're setting us up to be a certain way. Wait, Eddie Van, okay, of course, I'm sorry. Of course, I know Eddie Van Halen cheated on his wife. I was privy to somebody he cheated with in 1985 in a strip club in Toronto. It might have been 86. I can't remember when I was there. I can't remember how long it was before I moved here. But yeah, I was privy to it. At least one person. I mean, I didn't watch it. I was told about it. And they were in the bathroom. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's a musician. That's my answer for musicians. Like, when they're younger, you literally can't go on the road. I mean, maybe there's the odd one, there's the odd one. But like, you're going to go on the road and all of this stuff's going to happen and every kind of vagina is going to be thrown in your face. I mean, I don't know what to say. Big 4 foot long. Okay, wait. Floaters migrate. Oh my God. Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. They can do what they want. I don't know. Rock stars aren't monks. Monks are monks, and I don't even think they're faithful. I don't know. I don't know about the monks. I'm going to get in trouble from the monk community. He was no, Hefner wasn't a honeypot. He set up honeypot organizations in order to blackmail anybody who would sleep with any of these people. Okay, so he would blackmail them so that he had ammo on them. It's all about blackmail. It's really gross. I told you, they said protect. Oh, yes, yes. Oh my God, little boys are such prime targets. They said Hugh Hefner was CIA, but intentions should always be pure. Yeah, I think Hugh Hefner was kind of gross. I mean, he was lazy and gross and just gross, okay? He was gross. Ugh. Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know if Sharon cheated with Randy. I can't hear. La 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 la. I can't hear you. Ew. I don't know about that. I'm sure they both did, but I don't know about that one. I haven't heard that. I have to check with one of Randy's friends. I have to check to find out. I just threw up in my mouth. Wait. Yeah, well, Ben, I don't know. I don't think Ben is a good person from the stuff that he did. I mean, he had his cute little wife and he was like a nightmare, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't like Jennifer Lopez, though. She's probably his handler. They're probably getting ready to off him. That's what I was going to say. So somebody sent me Claudette, who was and she just, look at this. I mentioned her name and there she is right there posting on my Instagram. Anyway, messaging me. Claudette's father was an original Mad Men advertising guy in New York, right? Claudette is the one that won the awards for set decorating on the show Mad Men, like it was her life. And then she got the hell out of Hollywood. She would come for readings, and I used to see her hiking all the time. She and I would sit, and she would tell me I was crazy about the stuff I was saying about Hollywood. Then one day, before Keithy died, she called me and said, oh my God, I'm leaving Hollywood because this is some fucking bullshit. You were right. And then she was apologizing to me. I'm like, you just didn't see it because you're in the industry, right? So, but anyway, she's a good girl, Claudette. She sent me something that somebody posted on Twitter, and it talked about Shifty Shift. Y'all know who Shifty Shift is in the Standard Hotel? Shifty Shift. Adam, Shifty Shift, pencil neck. That little weirdo, right? Shifty Shift. You know who he is, right? So that guy, no neck. That guy. Apparently, according to this Twitter, allegedly, well, I'll read it to you. Why don't we just do that? Because it's not me. Somebody let this go up on Twitter, but they block, They block my shit when I post nothing. Okay, so let me find this. She sent me 8 new messages. I love it. Claudette's my information seeker. I love her for this. Okay, so let me just go back and find this. I want you guys to hear this. Okay. Here we go. It's this one here. It's this one about Anthony Bourdain right here. And he did not off himself. I did a video on that. I know that he did not off himself. They told me that. He told me that. So anyway, this one, how do I save this? Okay. It says, oh my God, I have to blow it up. No, let's do this. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hey, Adam, this person is from Constitution at Gitmo99. So go look this guy's Twitter up. Here it is right here. Can you see this? So it's Constitution at Gitmo99, which is really 66 in God's numbers. That's why Snoop Dogg be singing 99, all these. They think they're hiding. They stole God's number. Okay, anyway, not the point. Hey, Adam Schiff. Hey, Adam Schiff. America knows exactly what you did at the Standard Hotel. The witness is anonymously identified as John here to help. And he said in 2017, California Rep. Pencil Neck Shift, I'm making that up just to cover my tracks here, dressed up in drag. Don't they always? Don't they always? Dressed up in drag and went to the Chateau Marmont, which, by the way, I was at a birthday dinner there, and it's got a very evil vibe. Like, there's some sorcery that goes on there. Not on the food. Anyway, okay, not sauce on the food, sorcery. All right. So a handler plied a 10 or 11-year-old, wait for it, African-American boy. What is that I say that I've been talking about and getting banned for years, like since 2018? Brown-skinned babies. Yes, a 10 or 11-year-old African-American boy. They plied him with crystal meth and methamphetamine. I don't really know the difference. The handler allegedly took the child to Shifty Shift's room. The black kid was unconscious. He died of an overdose. That's like that wild buck guy, the Hillary Clinton's donator. Buck somebody. Remember that guy? It's always got buck in it, right? And so anyway, Shift was allegedly having fun with him for hours, thinking he was drugged, but he was dead. And so the witness, one Anthony, the Chef Bourdain, Ed Buck, yeah, the witness to all of that suddenly ended up, exactly. Well, remember Ed Buck did that? Ask yourself. Let's see what Ed Buck did. This is definitely going to get me on shit on here. So let's look up Ed Buck. See, Claudette finds all this shit for me and sends it to me. Thank God. We used to have such fun hiking every morning before she'd go on the set of Mad Men. We'd be hiking. So much fun. I just remember the last time she was looking for a pencil sharpener to fit in with a scene, and it was making her crazy. Okay, Ed Buck. He is now an American convicted felon, but he was a 67-year-old businessman who was, oh, now that's interesting, party affiliation. Because at the time of his murdering of the black kid that he jacked up, he was a Democrat at that time, but they put Republican Party and Democrat Party, which should tell you they're both the fucking same, right? Anyway, Mr. Ed Buck, he's a Virgo. He's convicted felon, a former model and actor. And what did he do? Democratic donor sentenced to 30 years. He took a young black, hoe off the streets, boy, turning tricks. That's what they do. And he did what to him? Plied him with meth. OD'd him while doing shit. Did this twice to 2 young black men that worked on the streets. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't care if they're prostitutes. I don't care if you like male prostitutes. I don't care if you like female prostitutes. Unfucking acceptable. Stop shaming prostitutes. Stop shaming them now. Stop. And understand they come from sexually abused childhoods and they go out into public to do what they learned in their home. So go beat their parents up. But this guy now is pissing me off. So Mr. Ed Buck did it once and called 911, those poor families of those kids. I know how hard it is for me with my kid, and I know where my kid is. You don't even know how your kid got into that guy's house, and what is that, right? Terrible. So then who does that sound like? I'm going to tell you who it sounds like. I want you to catch a thing here because I didn't understand this. Okay, hold on. I'll look this up. I didn't understand this, but we're seeing a pattern of methamphetamine. Jeffrey Dahmer, military family. Mother worked as a secretary. Understand all of these white male serial killers, families, somebody in the family is military. So then the children can be accessed in order for quid pro quo money to the parents to experiment on the children. Maybe they don't think they're going to go crazy. Steven Stainer, Carrie Stainer. Daddy worked in the military. Probably got a payout, just saying. And did you hear Mr. John Ramsey of the John Bonet thing wants to have his daughter's DNA tested at that lab that says they can find what happened. Please, Mr. Ramsey, do that ASAP. I am dying to see this. Okay. Channel. Hold on one second. Let me look this up. I cannot remember this guy's name for the life of me. And by the way, let me tell you a backstory on this. He's anchor. I'm going to tell you a little story on this one that just puts it all apropos. Okay. News anchor. Yeah. Let's find this guy. Okay, maybe it's this guy. Nope, not that guy. Nope. Chris Burrows, yeah. There you go, Chris Burrows, Channel 5 news anchor out here. This guy. Now, he does have the satanic face look to me. This is how they look in Hollywood. All the men that run executives and everything. I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying that metrosexual Elon Musk clone-like look, and they all have a very, very kind demeanor all around them, like a wall, and you can't get through to them. So this guy, KTLA news anchor Chris Burrows, cause of death revealed. Died after overdosing on methamphetamine, sound familiar? During a sexual encounter, but you're going to love this part, with a male companion at the Days Inn 2 days after Christmas. He was 43. He died of amphetamine toxicity. And I believe, if I'm correct, okay, authorities found Burrows unresponsive in his room in Glendale Days Inn. I know where that is. After male companion called to report the newsman vomited, passed out, and was possibly not breathing. Try CPR, you a-hole. Anyway, so Burrows was rushed to the area hospital. Anyway, he was engaging in various sexual activities with his companion, who he met 4 times before through the Grindr app. At some point during the romp, Burrows, because he's intelligent and a news anchor and educated presumably, inserted a rock of methamphetamine up his rectum. Why would he do that? Okay, like I know a little bit of meth in your coffee. I know a lot of that. But you're going to stick a rock of meth up your ass? Are you going into prison? I mean, like nobody's doing that. Okay, nobody's doing that. Nobody is doing that. People who are drug mules, I know what it was, but I'm going to tell you why now. Because I got the backstory on this from one of his contemporary work people. Anyway, he had cardiac disease and he was hypertensive. After that shit, you would be. Anyway, and he inserted a second rock later on in the encounter. He placed a mask on his face and doused the filters with poppers. So let me get this right. The rock up your ass wasn't enough. So you thought you'd put this on the filter and do this. I'm not buying it. It was December 27th. And he left a wife and a 9-year-old. That's terribly sad. He was a Capricorn. They're pretty kinky. He was laid to rest on what would have been his 44th birthday. But they said he died at 42. Anyway, I'm going to tell 43. Okay, what year was this? 2019. So I think it happened in 2018. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. Okay, yeah, no, I know. It's a bunch of bullshit. Then we get masked out, right? But here's the truth. So I was doing, oh my God, the Spiritual Truth Show with Jim, and I just blanked on his name again. Hold on a second. I have to look up my friends because I can't remember their freaking last names. Okay. Let me show you. Hold on. Jim Breslow, Jesus. I had to look up on Michael's Instagram, the producer for his show. Anyway, Jim Breslow, I was on his show. We were talking about Satanists, and that's when I started getting all of the death threats. Epstein Island, before Epstein died. I mean, took himself out. I mean, the guards ignored him. I mean, he transferred bodies. Anyway, capitalized on the cameras being off and split. Anyhow, Jim told me that guy, Chris Burrows, was the first reporter. I'm going to tell you something. The first reporter to show up in the Las Vegas shooting. The first reporter. He was the first reporter. They took him out. That guy didn't do that shit. He may have been gay for play on the side or whatever, but he didn't do that shit. So that's a shaming ritual so his wife shuts the fuck up. That's what that is. He was the first reporter. Jim was there. And Jim said he was the first reporter. So it had to be 2018, I guess, when he died, because I was on Jim's show. That's what that's about. So he uncovered something. So they made him gay and crazy on his death. I mean, can you imagine his poor daughter has to, like, does that even need to be printed? Like, he was, yes. That's why he was taken out. Because when I heard it, I go, fuck, another fucking man marrying a beard and da-da-da-da-da, and this poor woman and child. No, I've changed my opinion of that, okay? I've changed my opinion. This guy, whether he was gay on the side or not or whatever, you know, who cares, right? Doesn't matter. What it is he was the first reporter in Vegas. Now, I got another story with that. So before Keith died, obviously, what was that, 2016? I got to look it up again. See, I'm not so good at memory. I've lost my memory now. I've lost my mind and my memory. But, okay, so Vegas shooting. And again, we have child porn involved in that and a lunatic that was allowed to carry cases of guns upstairs. So anyway, my friend Martha, I ran into her in Sherman Oaks. Okay, it was 2017. So they killed him in 2018. I ran into Martha. Martha and I ran for years together. Our kid, Jason, and her daughter, Lindsay, they were friends. We ran for years together. Like, we met on the trail. I meet most of my friends exercising, a lot of them, or at rock concerts, or at the hair salon, and at Starbucks. Okay, but anyway, Martha and I were friends for years. Every morning, and we were totally like good friends. So I ran into her in Sherman Oaks, and we were Christmas shopping, and she was at that Vegas shooting. She got trampled. She can barely go out in public. She had a huge problem. Even when I heard Chris died, I thought it was a setup. Okay, who's Chris? Now I'm Oh, Chris Burrows, yes. So my friend Martha was there, and actually it was terrible for her. Like, she had post-traumatic stress disorder big time. So she was pulled, like, literally people were shot right in front of her. So in menopause, Sloan, you can run but you can't have it. Exactly. So it's just very interesting. So Chris Burrows was the first reporter to show up on the scene of that. And somehow he's gone. He's just gone. Like, he's gone. And stupidly, look at how they implemented a mask. Suddenly he decided to get a painter's mask and start inhaling poppers while sticking, and they used the word. They didn't say he stuck a popper up his ass, which is just a little bit. They said he stuck a rock of meth up his ass. Nobody in their right fucking mind who has to go back on the air and go home to his wife because it's obviously, you know, a hookup for whatever reason, you know, is going to stick a rock up their ass. I'm sorry. I'm just like, no, 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 no. I don't think he did it, but they had to put the mask in there. And then they had to do that. So see, the humiliation ritual. Yeah, meth can last up to a week. I don't doubt that. I live in the meth. I live in Breaking Bad. Okay? I live in Breaking Bad. I am friends with Breaking Bad people. Meth dealers, makers, the people with the sharpened carts on the street running up and down. They're very busy all night. When I get up early to go hiking, they're very busy out here. Okay? They're busy cleaning the streets, yelling at each other, fighting over tires, screaming. I'm just like, hey, and I'm going to Starbucks. So meth can last up to a week, but they use the word rock. Okay? They use the word rock. That's a lie. Oh, meth opens up portals. I can see doing the poppers. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. I can see them doing the poppers because they've been doing that in the bathhouses for years. However, you're talking about a rock? You're talking about a rock of meth? You're going to shove that up your ass. A rock of meth. I do live in Breaking Bad. I got to tell you about when John's friend lived, well, first there was a SWAT team incident on his friend's house. I'm not going to name this friend, but this friend had a good business and everything. And he got into the cookie jar of meth. Anyway, apparently one night on the news, there he was on top of his house with his rifle shooting at the helicopters. True story. Have done meth, not proud. Yeah, no, Dylan, that's what I'm saying. No one sticks a rock. A popper is gone, you know, a popper is like a little inhaler thing. And I didn't even think it was meth, actually. I thought poppers were different. What do I know? But a rock, that's a different word. A rock is like a couple of grams. You're not going to do that. I haven't done meth, but I mean, maybe I should just to know. I've lived with the meth heads. But anyway, so our family friend was on his roof shooting at helicopters. You know, they're always looking for helicopters. It goes from cocaine to meth, and they're always like, the helicopters. Okay, crazy, crazy, bad shit, crazy. Anyway, he was a great construction and a great electrician and a nice guy. He had a trailer after that. Yeah, I thought that's what they were, the nitro. Yeah, I didn't think they were meth, but I guess he stuck poppers in his, I don't know why you'd stick them in him. I don't understand any of this, but but any demons don't like helicopters. I know they got a problem. But anyway, this guy's doing this in Burbank. He gets arrested, obviously. When he gets out, he has a camper. So John and him are good friends. Of course they are. And he actually is a good guy. So he brings his camper to our house. This is no joke. I'm convinced he's still high at this point. But what do I know? He brings his camper to our house and his girlfriend in the camper. He was living the van life before, but it was a big camper. Anyway, on top of the camper in Burbank, up in the good neighborhood, the ducks were in the cages on top of the camper. Yeah. And I said to John, I can't have a camper out here with ducks on top of it. Like, no, I'm serious. There were ducks. Anyway, he also lived in our backyard in the camper, and then he went to our work and lived in the camper. And I heard that there was a camper fire because somebody might have been cooking something. Oh, I love ducks too, but I'm in Burbank up by the Castaways, and there's a trailer with ducks on top. So, you know, like, I'm just saying, that's not allowed there. That's like white Republican area. So ducks in a cage. I don't know why. Please don't ask me why. I don't know why. But anyway, the trailer went to our work, well, actually John's work, and he lived there, and there was a camper fire, Breaking Bad style. That's all I heard. That's all I know. I don't know anything else about that. There were also dogs. The dogs were there, jalapeno poppers. And at the time, this is the funniest fucking thing. So at the time, John was a little bit cuckoo with whatever he was up to at that time. So he was like, someone's bugging the house. I know someone's bugging the house. And I'm thinking, you need to fucking get off the crazy stuff, buddy. The crazy sauce, you need to stop. So like in the middle of the night, he'd wake up and he's like, I know someone's bugging the house. I know someone's bugging the house, right? And I'm like, oh God, here we fucking go again, right? Oh my God. Anyhow, long, boring story short, turns out that Daniela up the street, my neighbor Daniela, Tanner's mother, had a roommate that was, this is when there were landlines, and people weren't too upset about, like, didn't know you were actually making meth in the trailers, but there were landlines, right? So Daniela's renter was actually hooking his phone line into our phone line and listening to our calls. So John was actually right. He was actually fucking right. That was actually happening. I call it the years of Breaking Bad in my own life. You know what's happening? But it was a landline. And when John found out, he went up there. He's like, I told you so. I'm like, what are you screaming at me for? I didn't pipe this guy in here to listen to my fucking phone line. I thought you were on crack. That's what I thought. I thought you were on crack, actually. He's very psychic, but he was right. I thought he was high, but he was right. Because it was like, we're being bugged, we're being bugged. I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is before cell phones. And actually, honestly, I was in Toronto, so that would be 99. I took the kids both to Toronto. And so I was there, and we did have cell phones, but oh, I have no idea. I thought he was on crack. I'm not sure, meth or cocaine or I don't know what he was. I was like, no, he's very psychic, but he was right. It took us like 5 years to find out, but he was right. I know Daniela. I can see the guy's face. I cannot remember his name. It was he's very psychic. It was her roommate or her renter in the back part of her house. But I was screaming at him, you need help. I don't know if he did or not, but anyway, no, I can't go to Canada now because they want to quarantine you. Anyway, no, he was really good. He went bananas. He's like, I know they're doing it. He was going through everything. I'm like, oh, you need to fuck off right now. But anyway, that was psychic Tourette's for him. And he woke up a year to the day that Jimmy died, right out of bed, a year before Jimmy died. Oh my God, Jimmy's dead. Just like that, and went right back to sleep. So he obviously was in a different timeline. I saw him sit straight up in bed and say it. But anyway, we had the first cell phones, those big ass cell phones, and I was in Toronto, and John was was calling me because my phone was pinging from Home Depot in the valley, and that was his friend in the trailer, like cloning the phones. They were cloning the phones, the first early cell phones, so it was pretty funny. Oh my God, right? The brick phone, right? So yeah, I know, crazy. Just was hilarious. I literally was screaming at him. But he would say when the helicopter guy came over and I was gardening on the front yard, he's like, do you know that guy? And I'm like, I can't even see that fucking guy, John. He's like, that's why he's flying over the house. I'm like, oh God, yes, that is why he's flying over the house, John. Because he's going back to the fucking station to land on the cop roof, which is down the street. I'm just gardening. He's like, why is he flying over the house? I'm like, why don't you fucking throw a rock at it and ask him? Yeah, wait. Yeah, is your John and Aries too? You remember the first phones? Nokia. Oh my God, Nokia. I had the little Nokia phone though. I love that one. Anyway, it was really funny because the guy was tapping into our landline phone. Like he literally came down the alleyway and that's what he was doing. Yeah, I'm sure it is a movie, Goodfellas, but it's actually a true story. I can't remember if I think I might have watched Goodfellas. I can't remember. My flip Nokia, I had a red one. Loved it. And then first I heard here. Oh no, John's psychic. Oh wait, psychics don't not marry psychic men. Psychics marry men who understand the occult, know about rituals, can do spells, understand it. John was raised by the Jesuits, so that should tell you. They know shit. They know shit. They come from it. Jason's super psychic. Jason's very, very psychic. No psychic's going to marry a non-psychic person. That's not going to happen. Because you can't. You can't live with someone who doesn't understand what you do. You can't live with them. Right? So, yeah, Jason and Keith both. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't remember the snake game, but I had the Nokia. Anyway, I lived Breaking Bad for a while. Quite a while. I could still be living it. I'm not sure. I'm not privy to that information. Why does John act so stupid? Because men are stupid. Sorry, all men out there. Not all men are stupid. I think because when you're an addict, when you drink too much, you say stupid shit, right? You've been in a bar lately? Those people are stupid. Oh, Teresa, thank you. I'm sure there's portholes. LA is awful place. No, I don't think our planet's going to ascend. I think what's going to happen, honestly, is we are ascending. So, yeah, Ray Liotta, who was also not, I'll just shut up right now. Anyway, to Scorpio in the 11th and Pluto. It's an interest in the occult. Oh my God, I just got tired. Sorry. It's an interest in the occult. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, anybody, when you drink too much, it's a huge problem. Huge problem. Like, you're not smart if you drink too much. Remember this. Okay. Oh my God. So I was hiking today and these two cute girls, one's name was Mildred and one's name was Maria. But anyway, Mildred was my grandmother's name. So I was excited to meet a young Mildred who was super cute. Anyway, they were hiking and they were telling me the new trend with hikers is to drink while they're hiking. And I'm like, that seems crazy in altitude, but they are drinking when they're hiking. So demonic energy, when you're really open from, let's see, I'm an alcoholic, so I know I'm in recovery. Good, Stacy, good for you. Drinking, no, it's not good. And I get yelled at for it, but now they're telling, yeah, you're good, Stacy. You can get sober. You can do it. I have the utmost, I know you can do it. And you're not an alcoholic. What you are is a person who drank too much. The word alcoholic is kind of used in the wrong way. You can say, I agree with what you're saying about yourself, but once you change your energy, you won't even need to go there because you won't be in your energy field to do so. Yeah, we're all on our own journey. But anyway, these girls were telling me that they just, good for you, sober. Yeah, no, clarities. When you're sober, you can see shit. Drinking and demons, my God, yes, it opens you right up. It opens you right up. But these girls were saying people hiking now are drinking while they're hiking. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like, do whatever you want, but it doesn't seem like a good thing to do when you're trying to get rid of negative energy in nature and then you drinking, you know? So, yeah. And I'm just thinking, I quit drinking for my 55th birthday. I quit drinking. Well, my last drink, and I never drank wine. I craved wine. I craved alcohol through Keith's entire pregnancy. And I drank for 1 month after Keith. And that was the last time. But I really quit in my 20s. I mean, I haven't had a drink in like 30 years, other than after Keith for that month. But I just don't drink. They could fall off a cliff drunk. No, these long racers, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Why, Melinda? Why would you get married? It's a government scam. It's a government scam. They found out I was pregnant. Yes, me too. Me too with Jace. Yes, exactly. Yeah, wine has sulfites in it. You have to watch it. Don't worry about it, Apple. If you regret it, don't hold regret. Let it go. We all make mistakes. We all make fucking mistakes. We all make mistakes. Don't hold on to that. Resentment will keep you like tracked up, which reminds me, ladies and gentlemen on here, I have low blood sugar, can't drink. Yeah, I get crazy. I'm on an airplane. That's all I know is when I was in my teens, if I'm drinking, I'm going to go look for LSD and then I'm going to pop on a plane and go somewhere. That's what I'm going to do. Wearing booty shorts and probably missing some part of my clothing so that I'm going to end up in jail, actually, is what's going to happen. Okay, so but I haven't done that in years, so we're all good. Yeah, drinking can do that. Yeah, it can do that. Yeah, it's okay. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and anybody who critiques others and acts like they don't make mistakes is full of shit. Nobody is here who doesn't make mistakes. How would we know? Is there any kind of guide to this planet? What guide? I mean, they tell you Taco Bell's food. I disagree. It's not. Okay, I listened to this great book. Do you guys listen to Audible? Do you have Audible on your phones? Audible? Do you have that? Yeah, I'm usually happy. The people around me don't want me getting on the airplane and leaving, so they try to control me. Bunch of bitches. John had his eye on me when I was young, like that if I drank, you know, because I'd be taking pills and running around. They want to control you. I don't want to be controlled. So I don't drink. Anyway, this book is called, this is by Debbie Mirza. I don't know how to pronounce it. Have you seen this one? I listened to it yesterday. This is a great book, y'all. If you want to understand what's going on with our government and also what's happening, get The Covert Passive Aggressive Narcissist. Get that book, put it on Audible, and listen to it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Really, really good. Super good. Do that. It's very good. I listened to it yesterday, and it's so good. So do that. I've also got The Art of War. I got a bunch of other ones, but that was really good. So yeah. Yes. No, this book, like, go exercise and listen to it. I listened to it all yesterday. Oh boy, coverts. Yeah, that's what yeah. Covert narcissists are terrible because they do stuff. They undermine you. I do believe in fasting, Dylan. I do believe in fasting. I like fasting. I'm not very good at it, but I get clarity after about 2 days, and I'm out of my body like crazy. The Art of War. Yeah, I've got that one. Yes. Is this by, no, it's by Debbie, Mirza. Debbie Mirza. Debbie Mirza. That's how you say it. Debbie Mirza. There, it's very good. So listen to it. Listen to it because it's very passive aggressive. So they are angry underneath, but it's very, very, very good. It's a good book. I listened to it. My doctor is a narcissist. I'm sorry, you're making me laugh. Lovely, Linda, your doctor. They do. They tell you shit. And they make you think it's your shit. Here's the first lie they tell you in society, okay? Here's the first lie. Here's one. So they tell you, treat others like how you want to be treated. No. If you're going to come at me with your fists blaring and saying shitty stuff, I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm going to get the fuck out of there. I'm not going to stay, or I'm going to fight back and leave, or I'm going to sock you in the face or run you over or whatever. Treat others like you want to be treated. Mirza, M-I-R-Z. Oh, y'all, you know I can't spell or remember names or whatever. Debbie. Here, look at the cover again. Debbie, here it is. Debbie, M-I-R-Z-A. This one, right here. Right there. Can you see? Yeah. So when you're looking, I'm sorry, what was I going to say? Oh my God, I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, I get so sidetracked. What was I saying? Can't remember. Oh yeah, there you go. Gaslighting. Just mirror back. Yeah, just here's what I say, because really I'm 5. So what I say now is, it's on paperback, but I like listening to it when I'm driving around. I'm listening to it, right? I just go in to do all my grocery shopping, everything, listening to it. That way I don't have to talk to anybody, etc. Okay, so here's the thing. When you're talking about people that tell you you did something, okay, like, you know, you're a cheater, you're a whore. 2-bit whore is the one, my favorite one. Anyway, whatever they say you are, here's what you say. I know you are, but what am I? And then exit on a high note. I know you are, but what am I? Start looking at it as funny. You don't have to argue back. I made that mistake my entire marriage. You don't have to argue back. Hi, Jimmy Page. You don't have to argue back. So just say, I know you are, but what am I? And leave. Bye. Just do that. Yeah, the gaslighting is so interesting. It's an interesting thing. You don't have to get their approval, though. Why do we think as women we need their, I was such an easy target. I was so reactionary. Here's some things. If you've got, that's what I do. I go, I know you are, but what am I? And I smile. Oh, they get fucking furious. Meh, and I'm gone. You say anything to me, I'm like, yeah, I know you are, but what am I? Yeah, I know you are, but what am I? That's it. You want to say I'm this, that? Yep, I know you are, bitch. But what am I? That's what I'm doing now. Little kids got it right. They got it right. But listen, you've got to watch. You've got to watch. When you have an age difference, that's a real sign of somebody that wants to control and mold you. I say, look in the mirror too. I said that to John many times. I hold my hand up. I go, you see this? Go stand in front of it, look at your fucking self, and tell me if you think that that comment should go to yourself or to me. Because I think it should go to you. Sometimes I do a dance, and sometimes, and you know what I say? I say, I'm sorry, no one cares what you think. Yes, yes, they do care what you think. And they do care what I think. And I'm like, I do not give a fuck, which I do not care. I do not care at all what you think. I so don't fucking care what you think. Bitch, I don't care. Oh God, I don't care. And then I will say to people, did someone tell you your opinions? Well, you got to tell people what you think. I'm entitled to an opinion. No one asked your opinion. Therefore, you should shut your motherfucking mouth. No one wants your opinion, right? Right? How old are you? Very juvenile. I'm 5. That's how old I am. They can say whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. If you're going to come out and call me names that I'm not because I said no to you, set a boundary, didn't allow myself to get manipulated, then you're going to get whatever my mouth chooses to say back. And that is, I know you are, but what am I? Toodles. Or I just hang up mid-conversation. Like if you're going to be a dick, click. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter. So you don't have to argue back. I used to think when I was younger that I had to prove my point, but here's the problem. They're we all have obviously we have narcissism. That's like that, Helen, that's a way of discrediting. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about narcissistic personality disorder, covert narcissist. Addicts are narcissists and should not be running a home. You should not be married to an addict. If you're married to an addict or an alcoholic or a crackhead, a meth head, or whatever, heroin addict, you're not in a relationship. You're not in a relationship. So I'm talking about that. Obviously, if we didn't have a little narcissism in us, we wouldn't shower now, would we? Would we? No. We wouldn't put our makeup on. And who doesn't want to do things? I'm not talking about that, obviously. We also like to eat a little bit of sugar sometimes. I'm not talking about, people that do things in moderation. I'm literally talking about people that underhandedly use psychological abuse to terrorize their family members by saying shit over and over and over again in a passive aggressive, covert, hidden manner that causes serious damage, like your hair falling out, anxiety, anorexia. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Do not minimize what I'm saying, please. Okay, don't do that. I don't like when people minimize it. I know the difference between fucking normal narcissism, like narcissistic tendencies, and psychological damage done by a control freak. That's what I do know. So that's what I'm talking about. No, don't be depressed. Out and exercise. Easier said than done. So yeah, I mean, no, I know the difference. So this is a form of domestic violence against somebody. If you are in a relationship with somebody who constantly says shit about you, okay? Says shit about you and undermines you to your kids and does things behind your back while doing stuff in front of your face that appears nice but undermining you, that's a problem. Let me give you a little fucking example. I'll give you an example. So like when I meet your friends, if you're a gentleman I'm having dinner with, and I meet your friends, and then your friends go away in the restaurant because they go back to their table, and you look at me and you say to me, okay, and you say to me, I bet they think I paid for you, with a big smile on their face. And I say, don't call me a whore again, in a different way. And they say, no, that makes me look bad. That's fucking toxic abuse. They're calling me a whore, hiding behind a smile, and deflecting from what they did. I know what they did. I'm talking about that shit. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking. I know. There's Keithy and Keithy. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. See? Keithy. This could be considered egotistical to put my kids on. People can. It is domestic violence. It is, and they're demonic when they do it. So our government is narcissistic. Yeah, that was said to me at dinner after I took this person to the cancer doctor. After they said to me, I wonder if the doctor thinks you've had plastic surgery. Dude, we're looking at your skin cancer. Yeah, no, I know what it is. So when people try to deflect and they try, he's shirtless, exactly. Yes, he is shirtless because that's what was on his phone. Yes, it is really abuse. I know what it is. I'm saying when that shit is said to you for a good 3 decades and you fight back, you are then twisted into the person. And when they try to justify things, okay, so here's another thing that is justification. So like I married somebody who owned a bar, but he also owned an aerospace business and a restaurant and a bunch of other shit. So when I have a problem with drinking, right? I am told you knew what you married. That is a way of dismissing and pushing me over there, not acknowledging that I feel bad, I'm uncomfortable. It's not good, okay? It's not good. It's not good. Just because I married you, you fuck with a bar, it doesn't mean you get to be a bitch for 30 years drinking and be a fucking asshole. And when I bring it up, you get to deflect like a fuck over there. No, 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 no. Stand up, look me in the fucking face and apologize for your shitty alcoholic behavior, but we know that will never happen. So when that happens, that is a form of gaslighting. That is a form of deflecting from your own responsibility for your own shit. You are not a nice dad, Dylan, if you call the mother a two-bit whore, which he denies. I'm just saying, if you talk about your, I never talked about my kids I never talked to my kids badly about their dad. I would scream at him. We fought, but I never went behind my kids' back and said, your father's a fucking la 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 la. I never did that. So when they did stuff to their dad that I thought was funny because they were getting even with him for shit, I still scolded them and said, don't talk to your father that way. That was never done for me. What John said, and this is fact straight up, and I'm sorry like if his family doesn't like it, and I'm sorry if he doesn't like it, but what John said was, oh, I talked to them when you weren't. No, he's never apologized ever. No, it's me. I'm the problem. So I left after 33 years. Ask yourself why someone leaves a marriage after 33 years. Not because they're with another man, because I'm dying on the vine over here, but I have a vibrator. I really hope young children aren't listening. I'm just saying, but I'm dying on the vine. I ain't dating nobody, haven't dated anybody, none of that. But anyway, the problem is when you tell your kids, like, you know, when we went for John's birthday and his now famous daughter says, you know, I bastardized the family name. This still bothers me. But Jason was 17 and his friend was there and Keithy was there. No one said shit when she said that. No one said shit. John said, we talked to her after you left. That is not acceptable. You need to correct in front of. I correct Jason still. When I see Jason do something and I'm at a dinner table with him, if I hear something, I'm like, don't talk that way. Because that's what you do. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're very, very focused on abusing the, yeah, you probably won't date. I probably won't date either. Why would I fucking date? I mean, you know, whatever. Yeah, so no, all three, yeah, it was very ganged up. They were, you know, they all spoke like their father to me, not Keith as much as the other one, but you can't do that. If a child, what should happen is, and the favorite thing I like, and you do think it's true, you do, oh, God wanted, Helen, that's ridiculous. God wanted him to cheat on, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I would take him to the psych ward for that. I would say God's telling him that he has to put his penis in another person. Like, I do stand up. I stood up the whole time. I fought, but I didn't understand that I didn't need to do that. I don't need to fight you. I don't fucking care what you say. You just left yours. Good. Yeah, no, I'm never going anywhere. That's it. But here's also the problem. There's a problem with, this was the most offensive, well, you know, the most offensive thing is after Keith died, when he told me Keith didn't even like me and thought I was evil and was mad at me for taking my kitchen table, which Keith brought into my house. But it was Lucifer saying he was God. Exactly, Carrie. But I think the worst thing that was ever said to me was when I would try to plan dinners, when I would try to plan, like, okay, Christmas dinner, family dinner, and I would say, John, you know, get the boys ready. We're going to go here for this birthday, here for that birthday. John would be like, you know, first he would say, you don't know how to have a family properly because I didn't want to live with anybody's parents. Okay. And then he would say, I always had to pay those boys to go to dinner with you. I said, why the fuck would you pay children to go to dinner with their mother for an occasion? Why? See, he's making me feel like a bad piece of shit when he says that, like a complete piece of shit. So, yeah, exactly, right? That's what he would say. And so when I tried to take Jason, no, that's really what he said. So I said to him, why did you start paying them when they were little to do that? Why did you manipulate through money to do that? That's wrong. You're wrong. So anyway, for Jason's birthday, I still haven't seen him because he would let me take him out. Oh no, they degrade. It's done. Yes, I know it's done to degrade me. I know what that is. Nobody says shit like that. Typical. No one says it. But I don't know. He might have paid them. He might have set them up like that. He might have set them up like that. No, Jason, I don't know if Jason, I have no idea. I can't speak for Jason. Again, Kiki, I met him in a strip club. Don't do that either, ladies. Don't meet your man in a strip club because he's a misogynist. Well, a lot of men go to strip clubs, but he likes to have his bitch in the cage. Remember when I first dated him? He called me the monkey in the cage. He's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, yes, the fuck you did. Yes, you're not gaslighting me. I know what you said. I wrote it down. I fucking know. I tape you. I know. I didn't tape him back then. We didn't have cell phones. I didn't have a recorder. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's gross, but it sets him up. I don't, yeah, literally. He said, well, you were the monkey in the cage. Really? Was I in a cage? I'm not in a cage now. And I sure shit ain't a monkey. But anyway, I can take my man to a strip club so I can watch. Can I? Yeah, you can. You can, lovely Linda. Yes, yes, yes. Hold on. Or he likes watching dudes watch strippers. That's what I said to him. And he's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I'm not crazy. That's exactly right. That's bingo right there. He's in such denial, but it doesn't matter. When you tell a mother, when she's trying to get her son to come for a birthday, it's like, oh, he doesn't want to come. You know, he doesn't want to go with you. I used to have to pay them to come to dinner with you. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you even fucking say that? Because I'm going to have to pay them to come to your funeral. Just saying. You're going to have to pay me to go to your funeral if you want to say stupid shit like that. But anyway, I know. No, I'm not crazy. Nobody pays their children to go to dinner. You can scream at them and yell at them and whatever. But yeah, one time Keith was going off on me after Christmas holiday, and for 4 hours he let him scream at me until he finally had enough of it and said something. And it was like, you know, so never was my children corrected. I corrected them, even though I think some of the shit that he tells me they're doing, okay, some of the shit that he tells me what the kids are doing, if it wouldn't get them in legal trouble, I'd be like, yeah, they should fucking do that to you. But I never let on at that. I said, don't do that. So I tried to correct them properly, but yeah, no, that's what was said to me. And I'm perfectly okay with it. And if John's watching, he fucking knows he said that to me. Because I said to him, why would you pay? So, yeah, no, it's control. Understand, when you're talking about somebody who has control issues, they want to control you at any cost. They will scream at you. They will degrade at you. They will mock you. They will make fun of anything they can make fun of you. They will do all kinds of things, okay? All kinds of things. Oh, my sons were trained to attack. Jason hates me, but John says it's my fault because of the juvenile hall thing, which I was trying to scare him straight. So that may have been a wrong choice when he was 14. All I can tell you is I didn't want my kid on drugs or in jail. That's all I could tell. That's all I could tell you. My mom was trained. Yeah, our age difference is too big. When somebody has an age difference, especially with somebody 2 decades younger, they do want to control them. That is control. That's a control. You want to mold that person. Okay, so, and I'm looking for something else. I'm looking for something And it was just wrong. It's wrong. Like, it's a control thing. I did try to tough love Jason. It didn't work. But I mean, it did, but it didn't. Like, he's mad at me for that. But I can't apologize anymore for my existence. Before I left my marriage, do you know what my favorite word was? We always get talking on this topic. Do you know what my favorite word was? When they would start blaming me for shit, and when John would start saying you did this, and the kids would repeat and parrot him, I would say I'm responsible for Vietnam. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But anyway, I would say I guess you're going to tell me I'm responsible for Vietnam. Yeah. No, you can't. I like being single. I don't do anything. Like, my life's kind of over. I've apologized for years. I apologize daily. I can't apologize anymore. I can't apologize, and they're all ignoring me because they're up to something. Probably trying to scam the house away from me because none of them think I deserve it. So John is a fucking Aries with a Scorpio rising and a cocksucker Taurus moon. Okay, I said it. Anyway, so yeah, I was a scapegoat, but I was raised in a scapegoat family. So I'm going to say this. Just because you run away from home at 14 and you are battered verbally, physically abused, sexually abused, alcoholism, and scapegoated, okay, in the family, if you don't get therapy, even if you're that 14-year-old kid, you will marry it, you will birth it, you will date it, you will work for it, you will friend it, however you want to word it. It will never. My marriage was a war. It was the most horrible thing for 30 years. There were 3 good years. John says it wasn't that bad. It was horrific for me. It was horrific, okay? I'm sorry for him. I mean, he was my best friend, and it's his loss. And it's my loss. I wasted my entire life. I wasted 3+ decades with someone who you can't like them and tell them you paid their kids to go to dinner with them. Like, why would you fucking pay my kids? Who even thinks like that? So, yeah. No, don't be sorry. It was obviously my own stupidity. I had to get the balls to get out. Um, yeah, it's a horrible astrology chart, in my opinion. No, there's a lot of people like this. I was raised in a family like that. I was raised in a family that way. I literally was raised in a family. I did not get the therapy. I thought if I ran away from these people, and I still called them every day, and I still tried to befriend them, and they wanted, just nothing like that. I could be dead up here. Nobody would call to check on me unless I scream at them. Why don't you call to check on me? Okay. It's just ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that was my stepson. That was John's son. That blew my mind, but John was like that before. So, I mean, not as bad maybe, or, the drugs are a bad thing. He wasn't all bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you told me you had to pay my sons to come to dinner with me because I'm so egregious to eat dinner with, that it's just so fucking awful to eat with me, that, you have to pay the children to eat with me. I don't know. We've checked it, me and Bobby, but we don't know. I filed for, why are they, John's stalling it. He wants me to go to court. So I told the lawyer, take it to the judge, please. Let's get this done. It'll be 3 years in September when I filed. I've done it. I can't, that lawyer, 3 weeks ago I said this, and it's still, I haven't got a call back. So, I don't know what to say. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, it's weird. You would be the only one who knows if you're pregnant. So it's weird. Anyway, somebody sent me a letter about Keith and his room. They just moved into the house. They don't give me a second thought. Yeah, it's interesting. It's fascinating. Anyway, my point is, no matter how married you are, for how long, and I did not have the courage to get out. I was weak. But it's in the therapy. It's in the therapy. You have to get therapy. Let's see, move back home. No, Jason didn't want me to come. He didn't want to have his birthday dinner with me. for whatever reason. He doesn't want to even drive 5 miles up the street to see me. So that's just him. He's entitled to that. He's entitled to it, right? So, but he does repeat he does say, you know, mock the sober thing. But understand. I want you guys to understand. Read that book. No, you actually have to break yourself free of the cycle. No, he doesn't want to stay married. Please. He never wanted to be married to begin with. He told me he moved me in because he was partying. He told me he married me because I was pregnant and then I miscarried. If I was really pregnant, I was. So I'm pretty sure he didn't want, I was fine before I got married. I literally was fine. No, Jason has his reasons and maybe deservedly so. I can't change it. I have no idea, Jana, if John paid him or not. I can't change it. You know, I couldn't get Jason to come to Keith's memorial. I couldn't get John, but then John showed up, which is good. But, you know, yeah, that's just, I don't know. I don't care at this point. I'm just filling in time till I die. Anybody who's lost a child understands what I'm saying. Don't say poor you. Don't say that. I'm just filling in time because truthfully, I'm going to say this. When you are a woman in her 50s, you're not going to date. When you've come out of a bad marriage, all you're going to attract is the same shit, so there's no point. Like, you've got to know that. I don't care how cute you think you are. Men like younger women because they want to. Yes, Jason and Keith were very close. Men want younger women so they can control them and whatever. I don't want to take care of a man. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to clean for you. If I'm cooking dinner for myself, I'll cook for you. I don't want to do shit. None of that shit. None of that shit. Good. File, Pam. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do your laundry. I don't want to discuss with you my money or what I'm doing. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to ask your opinion. I don't really fucking care. So it's just that, you know, no, you can't. No, guys, I don't trust them. I don't have good pickers, so there's no way I could pick another one. I can't even pick my friends correctly, so no. And I'm talking male friends, no. It always ends up the same. It really does. So I don't think that that's a possibility for me. I'm a 54-year-old. No, I don't think it's not a I would never date again. It's not a possibility. For me in this life. And ladies, you know it when you're over 50. I have friends that are 50s and they think they're still going to get dates. Good luck to them. They're not going to pull in anything, really. Because if you get a guy that wants you, and why does he want you? Yeah, why? Why does he want you? Why? No. I don't even want them in my space, really. I don't even want them in my space. I do not want them sleeping on my couch. I do not want them doing anything. No, I can't. I've never met one yet. No, you can't. I don't believe that on this planet. I really don't. I get really pissed off when people say that. There are nice people, but it's not going to work for me because I'm not going to fall into that. I'm not going to share a house with you. I'm not paying for your shit. Once I do that twice, I'm out. If you don't pick up the bill, I'm out. If you try to gaslight me, I'm out. If you're fucking on social media, they're not going to like you. I mean, it's just that way. I can't compete. So it's like, yeah, I can't compete. Like, there's nothing I have to offer a guy. I can't have children. I don't want a dog either. They're too much work. I have a kitty. You know, what have I got? I have nothing to offer you. I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing any of that. So I just, I wanted my son. Basically what I want is just, my grandkids. And I guess I'll just work or travel or whatever. But no, not a man. Because you know what I noticed? I was just thinking of my mom this morning. Birth mom, not adopted mom. Anyway, she was 59 when she died. And she gave birth to me. Obviously. Oh my God, I can't handle men at all. I fucking can't handle them. Like they literally gotta let me be free and never question me on jack shit. Don't question me. I am not gonna fucking tell you what I'm doing. I don't care what you think. You open your mouth to say one fucking word, I'm probably gonna shove my fist in your face. So no, I'm not a good person to be around. But no, guys don't compete for anything. I listen. I just no. Anyhow, what was I gonna say? Now I'm out of my mind. Oh, my birth mom. So I met her when I was 23. She was 59. She's a couple of years younger than John. So I think she was maybe like a year younger than John or something. So anyway, after she gave birth to me, she went and married her husband. So my stepfather, she married him. So she was with him until she was 59. So she was 21 when she had me to 59, however many years that is. Okay. So she married only this one guy. Do you know after he died and he just recently died, nice guy. But do you know after he died, he literally, because you were in childhood, you haven't cleared it yet. Do you know after he died, he had to get another wife? Why? Why you got to get married? That is horrible. I just like, that is horrible. Why you got to get another wife? Like, because you can't be by yourself? See, we women, we're always by ourselves because men are not interested in us unless we give them something. So if they're younger, they want mommy. They want to move in and be taken care of. No, thank you. If she's showering again. Whatever it is they want to do. So it's usually the men go find another wife, right? Yeah, you are blessed, Jen. Good for you. No, it's true. They want a mother. They want to move right in. Not doing your laundry anymore. I'm not taking out your shit. No, she's not pregnant. Why would Lula be pregnant? She's been fixed. Don't be saying shit. I don't let her have casual sex. Jeez. That boy cat's out there. She probably has the belly from, maybe she's getting her period. Do they get their periods after that? I don't know. Oh, there you go. 45 years later. That's great. I'm much stronger without a man. Oh my God. Am I much stronger? Much stronger. They're of no help to me. None whatsoever. Absolutely the fuck none. Of no help. So much, no period, right? Yeah, much stronger. And especially, I ditched all my male hiking friends. I'm so much faster because their energy is a problem. A warlock is the opposite of a witch, but with a dick. Warlocks are the same, male witches. Yeah, I don't, male witch, yeah. I don't know. I'm just much stronger without them. That's how I can tell you. I talked about the astrology on the other video. Do you want a builder to build? Don't you want a builder to build? No. I got nothing to build. I'm in my mid-50s. People die soon. No, you're in your 50s. Build what? I need to fucking build anything. I had my children. That was what I was here to do. I did it. Build? No. No, I don't need them taking my money off my career. Thank you very much. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, warlock it can be handed on down. So can witches, absolutely. Generational, absolutely. Yeah, I do everything myself. I mean, I may not be the best business. Let's see, my dad built me at 52. Yeah, your dad built you. John built Keith at 51, but that takes a younger woman. So I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not raising another man. Exactly. Yeah, a builder, please no. Right? Fuck no. No. No, but what I'm saying, yeah, I do whatever I want myself. And, I just live by myself and I am by myself, completely by myself. But I've got the cat. So the cat and I are friends. I never did need a man. I wanted kids. I'm sad being single at 47. Don't worry about it. If you want to find someone, you can find someone. I'm with a builder currently. Yeah, I can't. And if they're not intelligent, oh my God. Oh my God. Like if they're dumb and they use dumb little tactics, like John is smart. So his mental manipulation was on par with intellect. When you run into someone else who doesn't have that same kind of intellect and you're like, are you stupid? Like you think this is going to work, you dumb fuck? No. Yeah. Wait, my great grandmother 10 times was a witch. Absolutely. I'm learning how to change tire. Yeah, no, I stayed because of my kids, and I didn't have the guts. I don't know how that happened to me. I left home at 14, so I don't understand why I stayed. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to eat my dinner. A builder. Yeah, I'm just saying you need therapy for yourself. But get that book, y'all, if you want to read about it. I recently dated a man who, wait. I recently dated a man who wanted to date me, that we can be friends and no sexual benefit. He didn't call me back. Of course not. That's what they want to do. But they can stick their fucking hand on their dick. I mean, do it. Fucking do it. God knows. Like, it's not like you don't do it. Put your hand on your own thing and do it. There you go. Um, this book. Get this book. It's not really anyone's fault. It's half my fault for not leaving. I wasn't happy. I was not happy being married. It didn't work for me. Okay. It didn't work for me. That's no one's fault but mine. But I don't like, I don't like that I'm told I had to be paid. My kids had to be paid to hang out with me. Really offensive. Really fucking offensive. Right? Yeah. With cats now. I'm with cat. I'm with cat, not cats, with cat. This book. This is the book. Get this. This one is really good. Okay, this is good. I can't even handle men friends. I can't listen to them. I can't listen to them. They're stupid. Oh, I know why John said it. Yeah, he said it to control me. And I was controlled. I was controlled. Because when you come out of the sex industry and you have kids, they always threaten to take your kids because you're in the sex industry. So no one will believe you're a whatever, insert name of whatever the hell you were. And then when you're psychic, they're like, people are going to think you're crazy. They'll never give you the kids. Could be true. It is true a lot, actually. Yes, but why do you want to push my buttons? Why do you want to? That's not a loving act. Your parents taught you wrong if that's what you want to do. If you want to hurt somebody in a relationship, your parents actually taught you wrong. Your parents taught you wrong. There you go. Brittany, good job. I'm just learning that. I'm learning that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. I was conditioned to think I needed to do it. Is a lie. I wasn't secure in my marriage. I wasn't secure in my marriage. We didn't know what was coming out, what kind of fight, what kind of nonsense was going to go around the whirly bin all night arguing about it. No, not secure. I mean, in the end of the years, I'm not listening, but definitely not secure. There was no security. You could be tossed out at any time. In fact, John loved to say to me, my mother was here first. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. To which I replied, then you can go fuck your mother. Yeah, I said that. That was wrong. That was wrong. But that is what that's what he would say. My mother was here first. So I'm like, okay, then you can go fuck your mother. I know you are, but what am I? Yeah, exactly. Yes, here's a quarter for someone who cares. Keith used to do that to me. Oh, no. You know what? Yeah, no. Mama's boy, he moved his mother in the house when he got divorced from her house because he gave the first wife the house without a fight, by the way. I'm just getting the fight. But anyway, his mom was in the house so he could go to the bars and she could cook dinner and raise the kids, watch the kids. But he screams at me because I had her babysit my kids too. Which she asked me, don't take the kids away from me. Anyway, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Oh, I didn't 33 years later. I opened that fucking door and ran. So it didn't hit me on the way out. Just when you didn't expect it. Like that. Yeah, that's it. That was a good one. That was a good one. It was very good. It was excellent. Yeah, I know. Oh, she's sitting with Keithy. She loving her Keithy. Yeah, the first wife. I don't know about the first wife. I don't know much about her. I mean, I don't know anything. I didn't really get to know her because she's the first wife. What I love though is when we did the DNA testing, I did it, and then I did the one that Kenna had Jason do so we could match, and we're obviously mother and child, but he had Russian in him, and I don't have Russian in me. So that's John. So I said, you should get your DNA checked because I don't have any of that. I have Viking and Irish, right? And yeah, she was sitting by Keith. She went to see Keith. Anyway, yeah, men made the cheating rules, of course. But anyhow, so at this point, we're separated and it's going 34 years, like we've been in each other's lives. And he says, I'm not going to do a DNA test. I don't want to know if I have any kids. And I said, well, you could have kids, you know, before me. And he goes, yeah, 20 years ago. Once again, asshole, we've been together 33, going on 34 at that time. Yeah. He said 20 years ago. And I said, you just said 20 years ago. Right to my fucking face. Tell on yourself much? Tell on yourself much? Yeah. As soon as he dies, I'm clipping that fucking what's left of that hair and I'm fucking pulling out the blood and we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I wasn't arm candy. No, I don't think I was arm candy at all. I didn't dress like arm candy. I shaved my head kind of, and I didn't wear makeup a lot, and I only wear it to go out. I mean, I was no arm candy. I wore guys' boxer shorts and ran in the hills all the time. Arm candy, no. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he saw me that way, honestly. I don't think he saw me as I think he liked me, but I don't. Arm candy? I don't know about that. I wouldn't think, yeah, I don't have time for revenge. I'm just saying I'm going to cut his hair off and we're going to check that DNA so that that kid can come forward so that they can find, I don't think trophy, no. He considered himself the trophy. I'm sorry, he didn't consider me. I just didn't think that he thought I was easy. I don't really know what he liked, to tell you the truth. I don't like graveyards. I think the ghosts come home with you from the graveyards. You know? Yeah, well, I mean, it's fine. I didn't go out with him. I'm telling you, I exercised. He was at the bar. We didn't go together. We did not do a lot together. I don't drink, so I can't be arm candy. I'm not with him. No, it's impossible. I wasn't with him. I'm not out at night drinking. I didn't leave the house at 2 a.m. I was in bed. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I couldn't have been arm candy. He didn't take me. I chose not to do that. I mean, if we went out with our friends, but my friends don't care what I look like. They already know me. So yeah, no, arm candy, no, not at all. The root of the hair, don't worry, I'll yank it out of that fucker's head. But yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, exactly. No, I already left. Graveyards carry with them a lot of, like, things. Well, yeah, I don't know. His mom used to tell me to fix myself up, and then maybe he wouldn't be mad at me. She would say that. Maybe he'd come home if you fix yourself up. She would say that to me. That was most helpful. I was all of 23. Who says shit like that? Yeah. You should fix yourself up. That's how much I didn't fix myself up. I was usually out running, you know. I just live. That's it. Yeah. Oh, she was abused. She was abused. She definitely was abused. Yeah. No, I felt sorry for his mom. Yeah, she was abused by a priest as a child. He wasn't raised with his father, but I don't know. Could be. I mean, he might have just inherited it. I don't know how that goes. Maybe it jumps like a parasite, like a tick from one person to another. Yeah, no graveyards. Would I live next to a fucking graveyard on it? No, the ghosts come in and out. I am writing a book. Yeah, no, I am. Raising my kid. Yeah, too busy. I mean, half the time I was wearing sandals and socks. Really. I wasn't that attractive. My body was gone after I had the kids. My body was gone. So it took a lot. A priest, did you tell her family? Yes, she told Jimmy, Cindy, and I when she was 81 years old that the priest had been raping her and her sister as a kid. from 14. Yeah, she was 81. She was 81. She kept that secret for 81. Here's the problem with that. If you keep that kind of a secret and you don't speak about that kind of a secret, you're going to attract men and attract all of that abuse around you because you've never let it out, so they can tell that they can abuse you. So there you go. Yeah, I love my hiking pictures, but yeah, she was 81, and that was a problem. I used to party in graveyards. I used to play as a little kid in graveyards. I am dating myself. It's called, I'm still doing what I always do. I'm still exercising and doing that. The secrets kill you. Yeah, but she said it at least when she was 81. I remember it. Jim and Cindy took her to the movie, and yeah, I remember that. So yeah, I don't even know what Lula's going crazy over there. My late husband always said that about Sasquatch. Yes, dimensional. Your late husband was correct. I'm sorry, he's your late husband. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be worked out. Sasquatch, Bobby? We're gonna see Sasquatch. No, it's fine. I'm not upset. It is what it is. I don't really care. Bobby helped me get Keith's case settled in court at the last hour with the help of my great lawyer that I just found. And the only person that helped me do it was the lawyer and Bobby. Had Bobby not been up my butt, no pun intended there with the prior conversation, had she not been helping me with the information even when I was in the lawyer's office and put that case together, none of this would have happened, okay? Because I was not able to do it on myself. So the lawyer helped and Bobby put the whole case together. So we are so lucky because she got it in at the last minute, told me what to keep texting and check, and it was fabulous, okay? So Keith, that has been filed. No, we didn't settle it. We got it into court. It's a 2-year step. We got it on the 29th. Literally, it went into court on the 29th, the 2-year anniversary on the 29th, which was so good. I also wanted, no, he never felt lucky. He called me a leech, said I was a leech. And again, remember, I never did anything, which is my new line. I never did anything for you. When I talked to him today, I'm like the garage door opener. He's like the garage door. I did a gig in Canada. We went to Vancouver. We filmed. I made like $6,000. I spent $4,000 on the garage door so that we didn't have to bolt it up so they wouldn't fall on the kids. And I said, "Do you remember that?" And he's like, "No, I don't remember anything." I'm like, "Well, I bought that. I did that for doing nothing." Okay, so that all aside, I wanted to do a shout out today. No, Bobby tremendously helped me and I did redo the house. Doesn't fucking matter. The water heater that works, that was on me. But we're married, so it's on both of us. But anyway, whatever. See, men do that. They weaponize helplessness, and people who are action-oriented, they know that you're overly responsible and you will take responsibility. I'm doing a shout out to Jessica. Jessica was Keith's co-worker, not at the movie studio, not at the TV show, but at the glasses company where he worked in the warehouse. He also had a catering job. Yeah, I know. He's trying to. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. I'll end up dead. I'll be with Keith and he can fuck off. Anyway, Jessica was Keith's co-worker. So the day that Keith died, the next day, we were all out on DeSoto Avenue. All the kids came and they were lighting firecrackers. And so I went. John didn't go, but I went. And it was very hard. I was completely numb, right? So Jessica came up with her husband, and introduced herself to me. And it does remind me of Harry and the Hendersons. That is Sasquatch. Anyway, Jessica came. We were all on DeSoto. That crazy possessed lady tried to stop the firecrackers, lived in Santa Monica. It's like, lady, you're out of your district. You're in the valley. Did you take a pill and drive down the wrong street? She called the cops on us. Anyhow, Jessica came up and she told me how good Keith was with helping her with her diet and getting her in, or, helping her with stuff, right? She has 3 kids and they're teenagers. So she's not a young person. She's an older person. Oh, what happened, Gina? I didn't read this. I'm sorry for your loss, Gina, but I don't know who passed away because I missed it. It'll come back up. Anyway, Jessica, she was there with another one of Keith's co-worker, and she was talking to me. And she was so lovely with her husband, and they both took time out of their day. And oh, your sister, oh God, Jessica, I'm so sorry. I mentioned the name Jessica. That's so weird. I'm so sorry, Gina. I'm so sorry. That's so hard. I have no words. I just mentioned Jessica, Keith's coworker, which is so weird. So that must be a message for you, Gina, about your Jessica, because I brought the name up and didn't even see what you said. And it really was Keith's coworker. Anyway, Jessica, she came out there. She came to, do that. The next day, Jason and Kenna called me from outside of Kenna's house because they watched a guy on his bicycle riding up the street, and a SUV rear-ended him in the bike lane, whatever. And he flew on the road, and Jason called me and said, I just saw this accident. I think the guy's passed away. This was 2 days after Keith. So Jason was quite traumatized, and he called me, and I went, oh my God, what happened? Jessica came to me the day after. That was Jessica's brother. So, and that was Ralph, and Jen from New Mexico brought up that Keith was with Ralph. Anyway, I'm doing a shout out and prayers to Jessica, and now to Gina for her sister Jessica, and Jessica, Keith's coworker, for her brother Ralph, who passed away 2 days after Keith and was hit on a bicycle by a driver on the fucking street. Oh my God, maybe I'm booked up. I have to check. I don't know. But Jessica, Keith's coworker, so this was his death date. So I am honoring him and her because she's lovely. And she suffered with that after Keith, and still came to everything for Keith, and still made sure that she let us know how important Keith was, and sent us pictures from Keith's office and everything. So, I mean, from what they did for Keith at work and everything, which was really nice. So that was really interesting. Yeah, Gina, I'm really sorry about your sister. Really sorry. Really, really sorry. Terrible. God bless your sister. I'm sorry. It's going to be, I don't know what to say. You're just going to have to go through it. There's no, yeah, I'm sorry. I've got no words because I can't help myself. So I have no words. I'm so sorry. But I did mention Jessica at the exact moment that you were typing that. So that is a message from your sister Jessica as I'm mentioning this Jessica. I think that's kind of how it works. So you're going to have to go through it that way. But right now, just take care of your sister's memory and honor her in love, not in sadness. But you will be sad. Do try that, and just try to plan everything and make it as beautiful as you can. Yeah, grief books, I don't know if they help, but just do whatever you got to do. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You know what it is. I mentioned Jessica right when you said it. So that's weird because I don't usually mention her. I didn't mention her last year, but I'm mentioning her now. So that must have been a sign, honestly, I feel. Anyway, the book should be open right now, so I don't know if y'all are booked or not. So you can check. All right, you guys, I'm signing out because I'm starving. Not really. I've been eating all day, but I'm still hungry. Okay, peace out, you guys. Get that book and listen to it on the Audible thing. And Gina, God bless you and your family. I'm terribly sorry for you. I will pray. Bye, you guys.